So I have chosen question number 1, where a teacher places gold star on the chalkboard when students are quiet and attentive. Eventually, students become quiet and attentive whenever the teacher approaches the chalkboard. So it's obvious here that the children's behavior can be explained by classical conditioning, in which the children start to associate the teacher approaching the chalkboard with receiving a gold star. And it's essential to recognize that receiving a gold star is a type of reward, so the students want to be quiet and attentive to receive it. So I drew out the behaviors in kind of like the classical conditioning. So we see that the uncontrolled stimulus is receiving that gold star, and they receive it because they're quiet and attentive, and so that's the unconditioned response. They stay quiet and attentive so that they receive the gold star. And so they start to associate receiving the gold star with the teacher approaching the board, which is really important because the teacher approaches the board right before she gives them the gold star. So it's always happening, and it's neutral in the way that they always associate it. So there the response is always being attentive and quiet. And so once it is conditioned and everything, the teacher walking up to the board alone is the controlled stimulus, and they start to assume, because they associate it so much with receiving the gold star, that they're going to receive the gold star, so they make sure they're quiet and attentive. However, it doesn't mean that the teacher necessarily has to give them the gold star, but the teacher walking up to the board alone, they've associated it so much with receiving the gold star that they're going to be quiet and attentive to receive it. And that's how their behavior is explained by classical conditioning.